Ben Stiller's great movie roles usually seem to keep us laughing, but he also knows how to go serious. For example, in the 2010 film Greenberg, he plays misanthrope Roger Greenberg, and in The Royal Tenenbaums, he is both charmingly hilarious and serious. Stiller knows how to get things done behind the camera, and his TV show, Escape at Dannemora, was nominated for a Golden Globe in 2019. He's achieved success as a writer, director, and producer, but we will always remember him as an actor. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 5 of Ben Stiller's highest-grossing movies. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 5. Madagascar. Adjusted box office, $266.6 million. DreamWorks Animation SKG and DreamWorks Pictures jointly produced and distributed the 2005 American computer-animated comedy film Madagascar. Eric Darnell and Tom McGrath directed the picture, which was McGrath's feature-directing debut, and Darnell, McGrath, Mark Burton, and Billy Frolick wrote it. Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Sacha Baron Cohen, Cedric the Entertainer, and Andy Richter lend their voices to the picture. It follows a group of animals from the Central Park Zoo that become stranded on the island of Madagascar and must learn to live in the wild. After Darnell finished working on Ants, 1998, DreamWorks and PDI started creating rockumentary, an animated film with a Beatles-style penguin rock band in which Darnell intended to direct. The concept was abandoned in 2001, but Darnell decided to resurrect the penguins, although with a commando force rather than a rock band, once Madagascar filming began. Hans Zimmer composed the film's musical score, which includes multiple songs by various performers. It also features a rendition of Cohen's I Like to Move It, which has subsequently become a recurring theme song throughout the franchise. Madagascar, which was released on May 27, 2005, garnered mixed reviews from critics, who complimented the sights and charm but faulted the story and humor. Despite negative reviews, it was a box office triumph, generating $556.6 million on a $75 million production budget, making it the 6th highest-grossing film of 2005. Madagascar's success spawned a multimedia franchise that includes 2 sequels, as well as the spin-off film Penguins of Madagascar 2014, several short films, television series and specials, and a variety of video games, theme park attractions, and live stage shows, beginning with Madagascar, Escape to Africa, 2008. Number 4. Meet the Parents. Adjusted box office, $271.8 million. Jay Roach directed the romantic comedy movie Meet the Parents, which debuted in the U.S. in 2000. The screenplay was written by Jim Herzfeld and John Hamburg. Ben Stiller stars as Greg Focker, a kind-hearted but inept nurse who pays a visit to the home of his girlfriend's parents, played by Robert De Niro and Blythe Danner, respectively. The film chronicles the narrative of how Focker meets the Burns. Pam Burns, who is played by Terry Polo, is the girlfriend of Greg Focker, and Kevin Rowley, who was previously Pam Burns' boyfriend, is played by Owen Wilson. The movie is a remake of the same name 1992 film that Greg Gliena and Jim Vincent both produced. Gliena, who also acted as the main character in the first movie, and Mary Ruth Clark co-wrote the screenplay. Universal Pictures bought the rights to Gliena's picture with the intention of remaking it. Jim Herzfeld expanded the original script, but it took some time for it to go into production. Jay Roach reviewed the extended script and indicated interest in directing it, but Universal turned him down. Steven Spielberg was intrigued at the time, and Jim Carrey was interested in taking the lead role. The picture was only offered to Roach after Spielberg and Carrey quit the project. Number 3. Night at the Museum. Adjusted box office, $327 million. In Sean Levy's comic fantasy film, Stiller plays Larry Daly, a divorced father who works as a night watchman at the American Museum of Natural History. Daly's goal is to make a good impression on his son. Things take a turn for the worse when Stiller's watchman discovers that once the museum is closed, the displays, some of which are friendly and others of which are terrifying, come to life. The commercial success of the first movie led to the production of 2 subpar sequels starring Ben Stiller: Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, 2009, and Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, 2014. Both of these films were flops at the box office. Number 2. There's Something About Mary. Adjusted box office, $330.9 million. There's Something About Mary is a romantic comedy that was released in the United States in 1998. Peter and Bobby Farrelly were the directors of the film, and Ed Decter and John J. Strauss were the screenwriters. Cameron Diaz portrays Mary, and Ben Stiller, Matt Dillon, Lee Evans, and Chris Elliott play the men who are in love with her and vying for her affection. Cameron Diaz plays Mary. After 20th Century Fox had distributed it, There's Something About Mary premiered in theaters on July 15, 1998. The film received overwhelmingly positive feedback, with reviewers praising both Diaz's performance and the film's comedic tone. The movie grossed approximately $369 million worldwide on a budget of only $23 million, placing it as the fourth highest-grossing film of the year and making it the fourth highest-grossing film of all time. It is ranked 27th on the list of the 100 funniest movies that were produced in the United States during the 20th century that was compiled by the American Film Institute and titled 100 Years, 100 Laughs. America's Funniest Movies. In 2000, readers of Total Film magazine ranked There's Something About Mary as the fourth greatest comedy film of all time. Number 1. Meet the Fockers. Adjusted box office, $390 million. In 2004, Jay Roach directed the American romantic comedy Meet the Fockers. It is the sequel to the romantic comedy film Meet the Parents, which was released in 2000. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, Barbra Streisand, Blythe Danner, and Terry Polo are among the actors featured in this film. De Niro also served as the film's producer. The movie was a box office triumph, grossing $522 million worldwide despite receiving negative reviews. A sequel titled Little Fockers was launched in 2010. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.